dough? This dough is pretty dang delicious. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty dang delicious. Hey y'all, it's me, the Cookbook Lady. Happy holidays, y'all, and welcome back to my kitchen. I know I'm a little late to the holiday trend train, but it's not Christmas just yet, which means there's still time for me to share some holiday treats from my cookbook collection. Now, sugar cookie recipes, especially the ones that you can roll and cut out, seem to be quite the staple in many families' holiday traditions. I wanted to share a particular sugar cookie recipe that I came across here in this church cookbook, mainly because it has such an unusual ingredient. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I've never heard of a sugar cookie recipe calling for buttermilk before. So I'm definitely a little curious and a little excited to give this one a try. Now, just a quick note, I am a one-woman army over here. So for my sanity, I'm going to be cutting this recipe in half. Also, I'm going to be using powdered buttermilk instead of using fresh. However, as always, you can find the original recipe written down in the description box below this video. So, to our bowl, I'll be adding 3/4 cup butter. And the recipe does stress to use butter or the taste will not be the same. Then, in goes 3/4 cup of sugar, and we'll give that a blend until creamy. Next, I'm going to add 1 egg and give that another mix. Then I'll add 1 tablespoon of powdered buttermilk and 1/4 cup of water to create the 1/4 cup of buttermilk as if I were to have used it fresh. In addition, I'm adding 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, and then I'm going to give another mix. Finally, I'm going to gradually mix in 2 cups of flour until a dough has formed. Okay, so now that we have our dough, I'm just going to transfer it to some plastic wrap. Roll that up and let it chill overnight. Now, I wasn't planning on doing a taste test till the very end, but I decided to do an impromptu taste test because, let's be honest, who hasn't committed the unholy sin of eating raw cookie dough? Now, don't eat raw cookie dough. I'm not condoning eating raw cookie dough. Do so at your own risk. However, there is some cookie dough left on the spatula here, so I figured why not just do an impromptu taste test and you know, just kind of see what we're in for. Huh. That is interesting. It definitely tastes like a sugar cookie, like at the base it tastes like a sugar cookie, but there's definitely like a different element to it. It's got like a creamier taste to it, and I'm wondering if that's that buttermilk added to it. Now, I don't know how baking the cookies is going to affect the taste, but this dough is pretty dang delicious. I'm not going to lie, that's pretty dang delicious. So, I'm excited to see how the actual cookies themselves will turn out. But we gotta wait to do that because our dough has to chill overnight. So, I'll see you guys in the morning. Well, good morning, y'all. Yes, I'm still in my pajamas. It is gross and rainy and disgusting outside. And I've been up since like 5 a.m. getting my royal icing consistency and colors together. So those will be ready to decorate as soon as we bake these cookies. So let's bake some cookies. So this is what they look like for 6 minutes. I think I just want to leave it in there for maybe like a minute more. Okay, so this is what they look like with 7 minutes, and I think I like this consistency. So we're gonna go with 7 minutes. So after what seems like an eternity of baking cookies, and mind you, this is only half the recipe, I ended up with about 32 Christmas cutout cookies. It's time to decorate. I am no expert at decorating anything. In fact, I've never really worked with royal icing before, so I'm just going to insert some clips of me decorating a few cookies for your enjoyment, and then we'll get to the taste test. what has been many hours of cookie decorating. I'm finally finished and I am ready to give these bad boys a taste test. Now I am just gonna first try the cookie plain with no icing, just the cookie on its own. That is very good. And that creaminess that I was talking about earlier when I was trying a bit of that dough, it's still present even when the cookie has been baked. Now I don't know what the consistency for the texture is going to be because I did do some of the cookies a little thicker. Some of them turned out a little thinner. But that little like extra scrap dough and that I baked into a little cookie thing, the outer edges are nice and crispy while the inside is soft. And it's not too dry. It kind of almost melts in your mouth a bit. So unfortunately, as y'all saw, we lost a man down, gingerbread man down. But now I'm going to try a little bit with the royal icing on it. The icing adds a little bit of extra sweetness to it. I think I might have put a bit much vanilla flavoring in the icing, but it's not bad overall. This one, I don't know how well y'all can tell, but this cookie actually ended up being quite a bit thicker. So the crispiness on the edge of the cookie isn't quite there, whereas that scrap piece that I baked, the outer edges were very crunchy, whereas this is just soft all around and it still just melts in your mouth. Oh my goodness, y'all, I am so sorry about that. My dog was losing her ever-loving mind because I just had some Amazon packages dropped off and I figured what better timing. I just got done baking and decorating these cookies, so I asked the young gentleman, I said, hey, I just got done making some cookies. Would you like some cookies? And he said yes. And so I packed up a few cookies and sent him along his way. And I think that really made his day. Which, to me, that's something that the holiday season is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about spreading kindness and good cheer. But as I was saying, the cookie itself is wonderful tasting. The buttermilk threw me for a loop, but you know what? I think that buttermilk kind of lends a creamier, more buttery flavor to the cookie. And with the addition of the royal icing, it kind of just elevates the sweetness of the cookie because the cookie itself is not very sweet. So when you add something like royal icing or maybe even buttercream, whatever you decide to use to decorate your cookies, it's just going to kind of help have that cookie become a little sweeter. But anyways, y'all, thank you so much. I hope you really did enjoy today's video, and if you did, maybe consider showing it some love by hitting that thumbs up button. And if you happen to like the vibe here on my channel, consider subscribing. I post every Monday. Well, I try to, at least. It's a little crazy around the holidays at the moment. But I try to post every Monday, and I wouldn't want you to miss the next culinary adventure. Until next time, y'all, be safe and be sweet to one another. Bye, y'all!